Shadow work sounds deep. It does, right? You're hearing all this about shadow work and doing shadow work, but you might be wondering, where do I start? How do I start shadow work? Okay, now I know what it is. How do I do it? So first of all, I have a book. It's called Shadow Alchemy. And this is a step-by-step guide to show you how to begin and work your way through the stages of shadow work. So number one, you need this, okay? This is available on my website. This is available on Amazon, but I'm not here to sell the book, okay? I just wanted to tell you because you do need it. Shadow work isn't about fixing yourself. It's about meeting the parts of you that you've decided to hide, the parts that you've decided to shove under the rug, dig into the earth and bury. It's about meeting those parts. And how do you begin shadow work? Notice your triggers. Noticing your triggers is one of the easiest ways to begin shadow work. Ask yourself honest questions. When something triggers you, ask yourself, what is really bothering me here? Why am I triggered by this person, by this situation, by this comment? Be honest with yourself. Shadow work requires honesty. So you have to be honest with yourself. And it's between you and you. So there's no reason to lie to anybody. I'm not asking you what's triggering you and why. You're asking yourself, why am I being triggered? And you're digging deeply into the reasons why. And that is where the work begins. Pay attention to those triggers. Notice what overreacts within you when you're triggered, and really have a moment with yourself. When you are triggered, and sometimes we're triggered on occasion, some people are triggered all the time, kind of lets you know what kind of work you need to do. If you constantly find yourself being triggered, then you know you have a lot of work to do. If not so much, then maybe not so much work, but we all have work to do because none of us are perfectly, even myself. I've written a book on shadow work. I've gone through the stages of shadow work, but it's not a one-dimensional thing. There's always work to be done because we are human beings that are flowering, right? And we're flowering to our highest potential. So that means that highest potential, that greatest potential is always raising, rising, vibing higher. And as you unflower and shed things, you're able to lightly lift up a little more, and you shed some more and you can lightly lift up a little more. Now, here's the key. I don't want you going from here to here overnight. This is that spiritual bypass, and we don't want that. We can raise gently where it feels like it's not so dramatic. So you don't have to dig ditches to do your shadow work. You don't have to dig deep into the depths of your soul. You can start to just peel off those layers that are at the top, which starts with your triggers. Start small. Make sure you stay compassionate. Give yourself grace, because this isn't about fixing yourself. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. What this is about integrating that shadow into your entire being. So those things that you've shoved under the rug, dug deep into the earth and haven't looked at, I don't want to deal with that. Those are part of who you are, and you're not a full and complete being if you are not looking at the total complete picture. If every time you get triggered by something and you don't address it,